Hi, today from Road Town, from the capital of the British Virgin Islands on the Tortola Island. Today I will tell you about the private lives of billionaires and the misconceptions regarding their private lives. See you in the next part. I think the Caribbean is the perfect spot to talk about private lives of billionaires. Why? Because this is one of the favorite spots on earth for billionaires, especially for those who own the yachts, the boats. They usually put their boat in the Caribbean in the winter season and in the Mediterranean in the summer season. If they have one boat, if they had two boats, then one is usually all the time in the Caribbean and the other one in the Mediterranean, because there are a lot of infrastructure that you can use to operate these boats there and to cruise from marina to marina, from harbor to harbor, and to explore these waters. Let's start with talking about the family lives of billionaires, because the general public thinks billionaires spend time on wild parties, they abuse the alcohol, drugs, and women, and generally they don't know what to do with their time and how to spend the money. But the reality of most of the billionaires is absolutely different. These images that public opinion has about billionaires are sourced from the media, from the movies, who want to focus on these scandals, on these flashy images. But the reality is far away from that image. From the billionaires I know, and we are talking here about self-made billionaires who build billion-dollar companies from zero in one lifetime. They don't spend time on parties. They focus on their business, and their family lives are pretty unspectacular, pretty traditional family life. They have met their partner when they were young, before they founded the company, and stayed with the partner actually all lifelong, raised their children, and they've always stressed how important it is that the partner is understanding, is supportive of their values, of their goals, and they take away the weight of everyday life, of family life from their shoulders. So the billionaires, the entrepreneurs can focus on their business and not be worried about what is happening at home. There are not much scandals in this world because every distraction is poison to the business. So they focus absolutely on business, and that's why they value traditional, unspectacular family lives. This is one point, and there is a lot of misconceptions, a lot of myths about private lives of billionaires. Another misconception is the thing with the yachts, with the boats, with the billionaire yachts. I have been on two billionaire yachts, on two billionaire boats until now. One of them I stayed around a week in Monaco, and you find that in some of my videos. And of course there is a lot of luxury, and they are like high service, high standards on the yachts, and you need to understand it is more like a ship, not like a yacht that you would imagine. They have the billionaire yachts, the billionaire boats, they have several decks, like 5 or 6 decks, 100 feet in length or more, and for example an elevator inside. So really high standard, and there is a lot of crew on that ships, usually 4 times as much crew as they are guests on the ship. But the ships, the boats are not there for entertainment. They are not bought for the reasons of entertainment. First of all, they are turned into businesses. So they are chartered, they are rented. They are rented for commercials, for videos, for films, stuff like that. The other thing is the billionaires use them as a business tool to attract potential business partners, to invite business partners to come to the ship and to talk about business, to somehow inspire the potential partner, to somehow maybe impress a potential partner. And the modus operandi is as follows. A billionaire comes to a yacht, to his yacht, and cruises along, let's say in the Mediterranean, along the shore for several days. And so to say, invites business people from the near towns, or maybe people that are at that time that have the holiday maybe in that town, or spend time in that town, or do business in that town at that time. And they attract these people to the yacht for lunch, maybe for dinner, and to talk about business opportunities, talk about potential deals. And this is how it happens. This is a business tool. This is not entertainment. To private lives of billionaires belong also private islands. A friend of mine, Tim Draper, that you know certainly from interviews with me, owns Lupita Island on the Tanganyika Sea in Tanzania, as far as I remember. And I am here on Reef Island, belonging to British Virgin Islands. And not that far from here, roughly 5 miles in that direction, Richard Branson lives on his Necker Island, and he also owns a Mosquito Island here. And similarly to the yacht, it is billionaires don't buy these islands for their private entertainment. They buy it as a honeypot, as a hot spot for meeting business partners, for inspiring people, for attracting interesting people, maybe setting up events on these islands, and they build them into businesses. They usually build pensions, maybe hotels, or sets of villas there, and they rent it by day or by week. It is the case with Richard Branson, and it is the case with Lupita Island of Tim Draper. But if you would like to have a private island, there is an island here on British Virgin Islands to buy. It's called Ginger Island, and this is actually larger than the Mosquito Island or the Necker Island that Richard Branson bought. And he also wanted to get the Ginger Island, but the local government here didn't want to sell it to him because they claimed he owns enough land in the British Virgin Islands. There is an opportunity to make here maybe for one of you. I hope you like this video. If yes, give me a thumb up. If not, of course, thumb down. Share this video with your loved ones, with your friends. One day they will thank you for that. I talk here a lot about the best entrepreneurs of our times, how the self-made billionaires of our times think and act. I talk here a lot about economy, about money, about doing great, impossible things in your life and business. So if you like this video, you will certainly like my other videos. I invite you to watch them. That's it for today from the beautiful Tortola Island, belonging to the British Virgin Islands, here from Roadtown, the capital of British Virgin Islands. I wish you a fantastic day. Let's do something extraordinary today.